Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. And today it's been quite a while, but guys, we have a quick reaction video and an update video. But before I get into the video, guys, first thing, shout out to my whole Boost in Motion family. Thank you guys for always showing your support. It's been a long time. It's been lengthy. Look at my hair. Oh my God, I've been going through so much changes. But anyways, let's jump right into it, guys. On this channel, we've been talking about the VR30 for quite a long time. And once they released it, they're going to bring out the Nissan Z. We sat there and said, what are going to be the horsepower numbers? And you guys commented in the comments. And I also gave my honest opinion. What are they going to do for the future? Well, it is finally here. We now know what they're going to do. So now officially the 2024 Nissan Nismo Z has been revealed in the last couple of weeks. I didn't make any updated videos on it. But also, we talked about what's the power. What are going to be some of the things that we think is going to set it different than just the regular Nissan Z Sport or Proto or whatever it is, right? We already see that they made a lot of changes with just the look of the vehicle. If you guys want to take a quick look at the photos. The car looks really good. They made some changes here. Let me see. Let's go through the gallery. We talked about how the front end was going to look, the side skirts, and they did what I thought they would usually do. They didn't include additional carbon though. So I realized I thought that they was going to make like more carbon bits and stuff, but they really didn't. They just made it a little bit more visually appealing, and which is typical of what Nissan likes to do to cheap out. The seats honestly do look great. I do like how the seats look, and I think that's definitely a plus. And they just did some of the Nismo decals everywhere. That's usually what Nismo does. They don't really put a lot of time and attention into more of the performance. They just honestly pay attention more of the looks. That part is weird to me, saying Nissan and then Ecobeno. That must be a licensing thing, because they could have just kept it as Nissan on there, but they really had to put Ecobeno on it. Remember, these are just stickers. And everything else, I get it. Anyways, let's click that off. Let's get back to some of the reading. So, on Monday, July 31st, this is pretty much yesterday, Nissan revealed their track-focused Nissan variant of the Nissan Z, which slots in above Z performance. With 420 horsepower, ooh, so much, and 384 pounds of torque, the Nissan Nismo is the most powerful of the current Z cars. Now, anyone that's on this channel for a while, anybody who's had an VR30, we've talked about it. We know they're going to make additional power for the Nismo version, but 20 horsepower? Seriously? Like, seriously. The Mustang Dark Horse came out, and it's making a little bit more additional power than a regular outgoing 5.0. They improved that car. The Nissan Z is supposed to be technically competing right around that territory of the Ford Mustang 5.0, and it's not. 20 horsepower, 20 horsepower Nissan, 20. I said between 440 to 450 horsepower. I think that would be great for the platform, a 50 horsepower boost, because people would see the additional reason on why getting that car. And I think it would have been really good. And they could do it because of the additional cooling that they already added just for the Nismo. Why not? Most likely, I'm assuming that this additional power is probably lower in mid-range. And they ended up tapering off some of the power more at the top end. So we do have to wait for some of the reviewers to actually drive the car and see if it feels different than a regular one. But on this channel, we care about tuning. Come on, Nissan. You could have done better than this. This is once again a smack in the face over and over again, why Nissan always holds back. They could have developed a nicer, more powerful car. Horsepower sells. I'm sorry, horsepower sells. 450 horsepower Nissan Z would have been great. Ooh, is overworking the brakes? No. Just put better tires on it or better compound of brake pads. It's very simple to change that up, even including when it comes to the balance of the car. But 20 horsepower? Come on, that's a spit in the face. We saw it in spy shots, wrapped in cameo, in a teaser video. We saw the stuff back in the day. We don't need to go through that part. The Nissan Nismo is a step up from the Nissan Z's performance trim, where the model offers a limited slip differential, bigger wheels, brakes, stiffer suspension, and better seats. The Nismo takes all of that to the next level. Let's see what this next level is. It adds a redesigned bodywork. Ooh, okay, more plastic bumpers, stickier rubber, which most of you guys can do aftermarket, and more horsepower. Oh my God, 20 horsepower. Crazy. How much more power? I just want to say this briefly. Anybody could just get a regular performance or sport and tune it and blow a Nismo out the door. Like at the end of the day, or if you want to worry about warranty, get a JB4, blow the Nismo out. Like, come on. So let's see what this and more power. How much more power? Let's start there. Under the hood, the twin turbo redesigned wastegates, better cooling, performance enhanced ignition timing, based on the GTR Nismo. The results are 20 extra horsepower and 34 pounds of torque over the standard Z. And the Z Nismo makes 420 horsepower and 384 pounds of torque with a peak torque from 2,000 to 5,200. The hotted up engine gets bigger oil cooler, which is fine. I agree with that one, so that you can use all that power at the track. That makes a lot of sense. So most likely it has a larger heat exchanger, which I'm assuming. Now, here's the biggest thing that everyone hates. Even though most people enthusiasts don't drive manuals, there's no manual for the Nissan Nismo. I'm really I'm pretty shocked with that. I'm very shocked with that, knowing that that was one of the top things that they were saying. We need to make a manual car for the regular lower classes. Guess what? The Nissan Nismo doesn't have one. The Z Nismo will only be available with a 9-speed automatic, but it comes with a Nismo only clutch packs and retuned engine management software, so downshifts are nearly twice as fast and launch control is more aggressive at the start. There's also a Sport Plus drive mode designed to be quick enough on the downshifts than the driver needed even using the shift pedals. Those do remain though for those who like to have something to do on the car. The most obvious changes outside the car are the Nissan has extended the front facade with a visual callback of the G nose of the Fairlady 240ZG. Now, guys, I don't even want to get into this part, but they're mostly standing here talking about aesthetics. Other aero add-ons include extensions on the front corners to, yeah, I'm not really reading about that. They also went with a Dunlap tire, different wheels. Behind the wheels are a 4-piston caliper with 15-inch rotors in front and 13.8 in the back. That sounds very familiar to what we already know. And let's see, chassis changes include additional bracing all around under the car, increasing torsions 2.5% over the Z Performance. Instead of a carbon drive shaft found on the other Z, the track-ready Nismo goes back to steel. Okay, stiffer bushings and mounting points, as well as larger dampers, add to Nismo track agility. So they go with better shocks from what it sounds like, better bushings and mounting points. Okay, and they saying they went back with they saying there was a carbon fiber drive shaft on the regular Z. I didn't know, or maybe a carbon composite. And the track goes back to steel, or I would assume in this case an aluminum drive shaft. I doubt it's steel because that's pretty freaking heavy. And red. Instead, the red theme continues the itemized stop and start button, drive mode, new graphics in the display. Okay, the stuff that visually looks appealing. Showcase a red center with Nismo logo in the headrest, and even the steering will be redesigned to a red accent to mark the top. I think they could have, in my opinion, too, just looking at it, they could have went with a flat bottom steering wheel. I don't think that they have a flat bottom steering wheel from what I can see in these pictures. And Nismo comes in a choice of 5 colors, 4 of which are available in all trims: brilliant silver, red, black pearl, and Everest white pearl, and one of which Nismo is exclusive, the slate blue, which is they're kind of Naruto gray or Naruto blue, blue stealth gray. And this goes on sale in fall 2024 model. Listen, guys, no, I that's it. I'm done. I'm done with Nissan, man. They're completely freaking ridiculous, and they could have made this a flat bottom steering wheel, something easily that they could have done. I think that the interior itself, I think the seats look really good. I like it. I like the seats. I don't know if they have active bolstering. This is Nissan. I'm not gonna give you that stuff. My E63S has active bolstering, which for a 4,300 pound car it really shouldn't have, but they built it for a track, and this car is built for the track, and it doesn't have none of this more expensive tech. It is what it is, and also a an M3 competition has carbon fiber seats. I don't know, but those cars also double the price. I get it. Oh, damn, they're triple. I think the thing is we have to understand this is what it is. This is just a Nissan Nismo, and they give you a good motor, but they're not going to do much more after that. They're going to leave you the aftermarket. As much as he kept on saying it, we're going to leave the aftermarket to make some of these fixes and some of these changes in the future. And this is where most of us sit there and just get pissed off about. I get it. Like, we spend the extra money to be able to modify these cars and make them faster. But the fact that a 2016 Q50 came out with a VR30, and now we're in 2023, 7 to 8 years later, we can only refine the car up to a 420 horsepower stock. That's it. I get the idea that Nismo did some of the tuning for the transmission to make it quicker. Hopefully that does give a better driving feel and experience. I completely get that. But nonetheless, what will be this upcharge with going with a Nismo over a regular Nismo over a regular sport or performance? What is going to be the additional price? And we'll have to get, I guess we'll have to see that coming soon in the upcoming future. It's just deterring, man. I think they missed the ball on giving people what they need. Numbers sell. And I've been saying that for years. 450 horsepower should have been the goal for the Nissan Nismo, and leave it at that. 450 horsepower. People have actually paid him attention. Knowing that I could go get a Mustang Dark Horse or 5.0 that make additional power, and honestly, a better suited car than a Nissan Nismo. And as much as guys will sit there and say, oh, Nissan Nismo could destroy a 5 Mustang 5.0. No, man, they can't. I'm sorry. This is the one time when I can say displacement replaced for the... There's no replacement for displacement. And I'm not saying I'm turning my back on Nissan, but because I've been banging with Nissan ever since I'm 35 now. I've been banging with Nissan since I was like 11, 12 years old. This is ridiculous. I get wherever we go with emissions, it can't possibly make no more additional power, but I need to hear that's the reason why. And I don't see that reason here. Period. So outside of that, guys, you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night, guys. Once again, I'm back out. I'm definitely going to try my best, start shooting some more videos again. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. I have computer issues, my own life issues, and things going on. So I took a time away from making these videos. And honestly, I didn't want to just make videos just to make videos. I want to make videos that you guys enjoy, that are relevant to the channel, that I deem relevant, that we think could really help and continue to share really good, useful information in the space. All right, guys? So outside of guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Thank you guys for always showing support. Hopefully you guys hit that like button and continue to subscribe to this channel, all right? Outside of guys, I appreciate it. You guys have a good day. Thank you.